Yes, my name is Andsen Mutasa, originally from Zim. But we started to work here in South Africa 2014 with my team, Hendrik, Sally being the main on our side. But everyone was contributing because our main aim was to share ideas to everyone. So there was no one like a boss. Everyone was giving what he think about what the area was looking about. So when we arrived here in South Africa, we managed to get something about 21 hectares. And we were very good at cattle. So in a 20-hectare plot, it was very difficult for us to have more of the cattle, also for us to feed our families and all this. So it was like we need to have something like about 5 cattle, which was very little for us to feed our families and all this. So we decided to start with the pigs. So this area, this land, if you stand here and face this direction, you can see the next house at that side. You can even see the other one on that side. This was like a ground or like a road. And even the soil itself, it was very compacted. Nothing can germinate in this piece of land. So what we decided to start by building the soil. So by building the soil, we started to think about the animals first. So we started to think about how can we do it? Because we were doing cattle before with the fencing and all this. So we said, this is very small for the cattle. What about if we start with the pigs? So we went to the auction, we buy 7 pigs to start with. And both of us, no one knows about the pigs. But we said we have to learn from the animals, what the animals want. So we were putting our animals in the fence, moving them every day from one place to another, trying to put the energy of the animals into the soil and make everything soft and even for the seeds to germinate. So as we go, something was coming up and up and up. Then even our water table, there was no water at this farm. We used it to go and borrow water from other farms. But by the time we get into that system of using animals, our bores were trying to raise up their water level. But now we can even plant some rape, we can plant some cabbages. So this is how we started from this piece of land up to now. So as we go into, you will see the differences from the beginning. At the beginning, there was nothing. There was only a ground, but now you can see something that is growing behind us. Remember, with the animals, when they start building up the soil, they grow what they want, depending with the type of the animals that you are using. So they grow their favorite. Then comes different species into the land. So after that, we named our concept Thlokomela Mubu here in South Africa, meaning looking after the soil. So that was our main aim, to feed the soil. After feeding the soil, then we can add our animals. Then from 7, we reached up to 700 pigs in that 20-hectare plot, starting from 7, because every year is different. We get more and more and more, which encourages us also to put more of the animals. But now we are having something like about 60 hectares that we are utilizing, and all this is all rented land. So we have got cattle, sheep, and pigs, chickens in that 60 hectares, and with different numbers. 130 cattle, pigs can go 700, chickens can go 3,000, 2,000. But remember, we are in the market now, we are selling lots. So our number is always minimized. So every day we sell something. And our concept is the animals must work for you, not you to work for the animals. So the animals are the ones that are working for us. And so we are lazy farmers. We use the animals to do their job. So the animals must work for you. Then from there, if someone have got something to add, we can go and see how the animals look like and how the ground look about. Then we need questions. We ask questions, we take pictures, and I've got my team, and everyone can answer the question. In Thlokomela Mubu, any question you've got an answer. There is no question that we say this is not a right question. It have got an answer depending on how you ask it. So our pigs now, they don't have a breed. Our cattle and pigs, our pigs are called the soil masters. They work in the soil. So if you want to ask about the breed type of the pigs is soil masters. They work on the soil. And our cattle, we have got dual purpose, the milk and beef, and they are milk masters. And the chickens, they are bush felders or home chickens, the tough ones
Egg
that
masters.
can suit, and they've got nice eggs, nice yolk, 100%. And we have got the sheep, the paddy one, very strong, tick resistance, nice meat, no disease, no dosing, very nice. So everything that we have, they are suitable for what we are doing. You have to look for the right animal, for the right concept that you are doing. So we have got everything that suits the environment. Thank you. Right, guys. So these are our sheep, the paddy sheep. This is where we keep them during the night. The reason why we keep them here during the night is, you know, the sheep are like KFC. If you enter into KFC, you drive and take everything. So if, for security-wise, people can enter in here, they can take all the sheep. Because sheep doesn't make any noise. They are very cool. So, yeah, they are takeaway. We call them takeaway. So that's why we keep them next to the house. So you can see they graze during the day, during the night, here the paddock. But the paddocks, they move every day around the house for security-wise. Then after that, we take them out. For the sheep, for the moment, they graze outside by themselves, pick whatever they want. Then you can see there are some tires in there. We also supplement them with something, whatever we get. If we can get mealies, whatever, or mabele, or a bit of expired bread, you crush it, or you don't even crush it, they can do by themselves. Because as I said, the animals must work for you, not for me to work for the animals. So they have to do the job. So this is our paddy sheep, no dipping, injection sometimes, but not often. And we don't worry about ticks, because an animal must have a tick in order for it to get resistance. Yeah. So we don't clean them. If they are too much, yes, we can dip. Yeah. Or we can spot the point where the tick is, but we don't take everything out because it needs to have a tick. Sometimes it have got a worm. Yes, I can dose it. I can inject it. But normally we hide it. For dosing, we use the normal dosing. But these ones are very fertile every year, every time. They don't jump. I get a lamb. And we also castrate, but the castrating, we put the loop on it. Then we choose our own bulls. Then if we go to Mr. Andrew and we find another bull that we need, we buy, we put into. Yes, I can keep my own bulls. Because sometimes in nature, we don't have to worry about inbreeding. Because in nature, what happens to the imbalas, to the elephants, there is no one who changes the bulls. But an elephant is an elephant, an impala is an impala, and the size will never change. Yeah, there's someone who look after them during the day. With the dogs, I've got some dogs, some nice dogs to control the the sheep, and also to control the pigs. Yes, in winter we do supplement, but what we supplement, we supplement with something that we have. So with this farm, because this farm is built from no money farming, there is no money even now. So everything that we use on these ones, we use cheap things like bread, expired bread, we bring it in here. The mabele, the expired mabele from the factory, the sweepings from the silos, all those, and the cabbages from other farmers around us. Butternuts, watermelons, tomatoes, everything we bring in here for different animals. The sheep cannot eat the tomatoes, but the chickens will eat. Butternuts, you can feed your sheep, you can feed your pigs, cabbages, everything from the local farmers we do. Yeah, because it's like if you grow your butternuts and they say at the market they don't like it, and it's grade D, where are you going to put them? Then you say, Anderson, please, can you come and harvest for me? Then I can harvest for myself, bring my own transport, then clean your farm, bring them here. Then you don't have to hire people to do something that you are not going to get anything out of it. Yeah, with the paddy breed, these are the paddy. They don't grow more feathers, so you don't have to shave them. We don't shave them. This fencing, I'm going to break this fencing. I'm going to build it there for today. They are going to sleep there. Every day they move. The reason why we don't want them to stay at one place, the other reason is running out of the tick, running out of their dirty. So they need to have fresh area every time and again. Even if there's no food, you only open here, then you drive them from where they come, they know, they end up by themselves. Yeah, they are used to, because there will be water for the night. If there is no supplement, but the water is always there. Yeah, our mortality on this type of breed is not very high. We have got a low mortality on these ones. And on the challenges, it's like we don't have lots of the challenges, because with the worms, I'm sure they overcome everything. And even with the tick, and in terms of sickness, maybe to answer it clearly, maybe it can be according to the area where they stay. Or remember, every farm is different. And the way we farm is also different. Otherwise, if you are farming different from what I'm farming, otherwise yours stays for 100 years in one paddock or in one pen. That can be a problem for them not to get affected. But with mine, they are always clean. They move from one place to another. So in terms of disease and my mortality, it's all that minimized. I do mix the breed. The reason why I mix the breed, I'll be looking also in terms of meat. And remember, if you crossbreed one from another, you look also for the toughness of, yeah, it's like Nguni and Brahman. Then you get something that is a little bit tough. My main breed is the paddy, but I can buy even the doper from you, crossbreed with my paddy. Because the paddy already are resistant to my system. But your doper sometimes it can only meet 1, 2, 3, then it dies, because it is not resistant to the system. And the meat master is doing also very good in this system, and it's also good. But remember, with the meat master, it's lots of fat. Yeah, that will affect you in selling, because when you are selling, the people doesn't want the tail. They will say, take off the tail, and all the weight of the meat master is on the tail. Yeah, in terms of marketing, my market to start with is the local people. That's my marketing. The local people gives you a better price than the auctions, because you negotiate with them what you want. So if you went to the auction, they give you the price that they want, but not what you want. So Yeah, then they also charge you something, commission, for you to bring your animals to us. You have to pay 10%. So you drive into my farm, you give me cash, and you don't deduct anything. Then there's no transport even for me, not even my time, but you only come in, then I get money. So I prefer the local marketing by advertising. You know, in African culture, they say good meat can advertise its own by its own. So if you buy one paddy from you, you are the one to do the marketing for me. Yeah, always for a farmer to start, you have to start small. That is one of the important things that you have to bear in mind when you want to be a successful farmer. You start small. By starting small, then you can see where you start and where you are going. So if you start by putting $1 million into your land, then to adjust that million, you will find out later on, you will see you have got 230 from $1 million. So start with 200 rand that is in your pocket, then regenerate it, go up to 500, go up to 1,000, then you are a successful farmer. Start small and start it simple. The right animal is the right way to, that is the nice road to go. If you are doing the Brahmans, yes, your farm suits that one. It's a nice breed on how you are doing it. A Bosmara is also, the way you are doing your farming is it only determines you, this is the type of cattle that you want to. But you cannot take a Bosmara and put it in this system. Put it in the clothes and try to, you can't do that. You have to have an open area for it to have enough food for it to grow. Yes, with our water system, everything at this farm is modular. Everything moves. Even the water itself, it moves from one place to another. If you find the animals at that angle, also the water is there. But if you come a day later, you won't see the water there. If there is no animal, there is no water. Where the animals is, the water is there. So water is movable. Right, can you go to, if we are finished here, can you go to the dairy?
Welcome those who arrived after we had already walked off. Just want to point off in this direction over here. When Andsen was introducing, he said that you could see the neighboring houses here. There was no vegetation on this farm. The previous people who farmed here, tried to farm here, plowed up this whole farm, tried to do crops on 20 hectares and failed. And this was bare ground. There were no trees here. It was just compacted earth with very little growing on it, and you could see all the way to all the neighboring houses. So it just gives you a very good insight as to how things have changed, how the fertility's changed, how all of this life is now living off the work that Andsen has been doing with the livestock and moving the livestock.
Yeah, we arrived here in 2014. It's when we arrived, then we started doing this kind of farming with our animals. So when we arrived, this area was like a ground. There was nothing growing. So we started using the animals. There was no trees, there was nothing. Then up to now, you can see the vegetation. Yeah, according to our system, then the trees comes out. Yeah, we didn't do that since, to my point, I was thinking it's the animals that plant that tree, so they cannot destroy it, since they are the ones that plant it. So I did not even care about protecting it. The animals were supposed to protect, since they are the ones to plant it. So I found them, they were growing in numbers. But now, as they are growing bigger and bigger and trying to be a bush, it's when the pigs started to select the ones that they don't like. Then they rebark it, then it dries. Then they leave the others. But when they were few, they were not even intervening with them. Right. Let's go to the dairy.